everybody, this is Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. This video is about mental preparation, SHTF, first steps, and how to deal with stress. This question was brought up, or this video idea came from a question from Gemma Diva, one of the subscribers. So, how to deal with stress and stuff like that. What to do, SHTF, what happens, avoid, freeze, avoid not being able to do things, the things. So, a lot of that comes from just personal confidence. Confidence in doing the things. Your confidence in yourself based on your capabilities and what you can and can't do, all the things. Basically, how confident you are in yourself. Oh man, this guy riding my butt being a jerk. Anyway, confidence in yourself. That is the best way that I could see and talk about this kind of stuff. She was asking, I assumed she, how to gain these skills, how to prepare yourself to react properly if you're somebody that doesn't have military background, military experience. And yeah, I get it. Also, but I want to say is just because you're in the military does not mean that you're prepared to deal with things like this at all. There's a lot of jobs in the military that give you zero preparation for this. Maybe the discipline and just basic, discipline and stuff like that, and kind of building you up, and that kind of stuff may apply from a lot of jobs in the military. But based off of my experiences in the military, confidence is key. And where does that confidence come from? That confidence comes from training. Like I say, do the things. This is how you build confidence in yourself. The more highly trained you are, the more effective and efficient you are at doing something, the more confident you will be in performing that task or in reacting to that situation. So, this is why I say prepare a little every day, prep a little every day, and prep at a peace of mind, not at a fear. We don't fear, we prep. We trust in Him, and we trust in ourselves. This is why I try to empower you guys. If I just sit here and tell you to do this, this, and this, and this, and you'll be fine, first off, that's a lie, because your situation is different than my situation. Second off, I'm not going to do you any good by telling you exactly what to do. I want you guys to think for yourselves. Be analytical in your approach to prepping. Think. Use your brains. You guys are smart people. So anyway, training, effective training also. Not just going to like shooting, for example. I equate it to shooting. Not just going to the flat range and going pew, 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 firing off 20 rounds and then packing it up and going home while, from sitting on the bench. That's not effective training. That's not going to make you any better whatsoever. In the beginning, it may get you a baseline, but that's it. You always need to be challenging yourself, pushing yourself, bettering yourself, accepting more and more challenging tasks, going deeper and deeper and deeper into topics, into whatever it is you're training on, perfecting, not just learning. It's not just about learning how to do something. It's about perfecting them. Just like special operations guys, forces, stuff like that. Operators. They are the complete and utter masters of the basics. And that's what it is. It's simple. It comes down to mastery of skills, not just training and learning and becoming proficient. Proficiency is the beginning. Mastery is the goal. And even once you have the mastery level, you're always pushing yourself to do more, to be better. So that, I guess, is, let me see, what else I read? So first steps, how to deal with stress. Okay, how to deal with stress. What causes stress? The unknown causes stress. The inability to deal with things causes stress. So like I said, the more things that you are prepared for, the more things that you have mastered, or at least built a proficiency with, at least a basic proficiency. Everything that you can attain at least basic proficiency with will be one more thing that you will be less stressed out about. So, and I know preparedness is a humongous topic, a huge topic, very difficult to master very difficult to become proficient in all these different areas, much less master. There are just so many areas to become proficient in. It is almost impossible to gain proficiency in all these areas, much less mastery. All we can do is do our best, bite off what we can in sizable chunks, basically in edible chunks, that we're more capable of dealing with. And just always, every day, be working on it, working towards it. What do you fear the most? What threats are most likely in your area? Are tornadoes the biggest threat in your area? Earthquakes, tsunamis, hurricanes, typhoons, volcanoes, whatever, flooding. What are the main natural threats that exist? And what can you do to mitigate as best you can those threats to you so that you can survive them and thrive in those situations? And then start looking at, external threats like EMP, financial collapse, foreign invasion, I don't know, there's a lot of different ones out there. Pandemic, people are talking about now. Nuclear, biological, chemical attack, NBC, all those different kinds of things. There's so much. Don't get overwhelmed. That's what I try to encourage people not to get overwhelmed. If you're watching those fear porn sites all the time, then you're going to get overwhelmed. All you're going to do is be scared all the time. And I get it. I've watched it. I've done it. I've done all that. It's kind of, to me, I find that I look at those fear porn kind of things every once in a while. It helps rekindle a fire in me. So there is a place for those people. Good on them. And if they're making, money at it, or they're being successful at it, then great. They're being successful. I just don't want people to fear. I don't want people to prep out of fear. Prepping is just like investing. You do it for your future. You do it for peace of mind. You don't do it because I don't fear the future. That's not why I invest in stocks or mutual funds or whatever it is, real estate, whatever you're into. You don't do it because you're scared of the future. You do it because you know the future is coming. Just like preparedness. We know that SHTF is coming. Whether it's a personal one, we get injured, we lose our job, we get laid off, we get fired, an earthquake happens, anything all the way to EMP putting us back in the 1800s. We know that something is going to happen, period. That's a fact. Something will happen. Depends on how large it is. It may be small scale, it may be large scale, it may be very local to you, it may be worldwide. We don't know exactly what, but we do know that something will happen. It always does. It's just a cycle of things. Natural disasters happen, famine happens, drought happens, flooding happens, all those things. But anyway, the more area, if you take this seriously and you prioritize your life, don't let it consume you though. I don't want you to also think I'm going that route. Don't make your entire life about prepping. Have fun. Get out with your kids and run around and play, or your spouse or your friends, whoever you have around you that you care about. Play with them. Have fun. Enjoy life. But also, that's why I always say make prepping fun. Is because if you make prepping fun, which to me it's a way of life. It's fun. I like it. I enjoy prepping because there's so many different things you can do for prepping. And if you make it fun and you're enjoying it, then you accomplish both. You get to prepare and have fun at the same time. if you can combine them. There's a lot of different ways. I've talked about that in different videos, how you can combine prepping with fun, how you can make prepping fun. Maybe I'll do an update video on it with some new ideas or something like that. But yeah, I mean, just, okay, so master what you can, but try to attain proficiency in as many different areas as you can. Areas that are applicable to you, though. Don't waste your time on areas that aren't applicable to you in your situation. I don't know where you live. You know, maybe you live in Arizona in the desert. Maybe you live in Minnesota in the frozen tundra, which is what I picture Minnesota to be. I know it's not always, but or maybe you live, you know, in Washington State like I do, where it rains a lot and so water's everywhere. Who knows? Maybe you live in Florida where it never really gets cold, so you don't have to really worry about that. I don't know. That's why I just want to empower you guys to think for yourselves. That's another thing. The more empowered you are, the more able you are to think for yourself, to provide for yourself, your own inputs, like gardening, chickens for eggs and meat and goats and any kind of animals to provide your protein sources and your fats, and your gardens to produce your fruits and vegetables and orchards and stuff like that. The more able you are, the more capable you are of producing your own caloric inputs, the better off you'll be. That's why I push it all the time. I talk about it all the time. I try to drum it into you guys. Empower yourselves by producing your own stuff. Be as independent from the system as possible. Independence is great. Independence promotes freedom. And we want to be free. We love freedom as Americans. Well, some of us do, at least. I think you guys do. Or you wouldn't be on this channel. So I hope this helps you guys. I mean, I encourage you guys to just do the best you can. Don't worry, don't fear, don't expect perfection from yourself. Don't think that other people are perfect either. Don't look at other, us YouTubers that are on here just because we're on YouTube, that we're perfect also. We're not. We have holes in our preps. We're doing the best we can, so be uplifted. Know that you are awesome and you're heading down the right path if you're here and you're caring about this stuff and you're asking these questions, good thoughts. Just keep it up. Keep up the good work. Stay positive and, do the things. Join us over on Patreon. We have a lot of good discussion over on Patreon if you want. It's $1 a month. I mean, come on, 3 cents a day. That's, that's worth it, and, check out the Amazon affiliate link below for the Asymmetrical Preparedness store. We have a lot of good products there. I'm not going to put products there that I don't trust and I don't rely on and that I can't endorse to you. So, it's just a spattering of examples. It's not comprehensive. It just has a lot of good things of a variety of different things that are in there. Check it out. See if there's anything that you might need that might fill a hole or is a good idea, or hey, that's not that expensive. I can get that and that'll really help me out. Just go check it out. Other than that, please subscribe. Please hit the like button. It helps the algorithm that hates people like me anyway. So. And comment below, please. Comments are awesome. Also, if you want to help this channel out, watch the whole video, which, if you're not one of the people who watches the whole video, you're not going to be seeing this part anyway. I keep forgetting to say this at the beginning of the videos. I'm just like that. I want to get into the topic. I don't want to sit here and talk about promoting my channel in the beginning of the videos. I always forget that. I need to start remembering that. But yeah, comments are awesome. Comments are really good for the algorithm, and it helps us stay engaged with each other, learn from each other, talk to each other. Anyway, I hope this helps. Gemma Diva, this was an answer to your question. Comment below if it helped you out, or if you need further information or input. I hope it helps. I love you guys so much. I'm so grateful that you guys are here. I'm so blessed by you guys. I'm having a lot of fun. This is awesome. Have a wonderful day, and blessings to you and yours.